Hi, juicers. I am going to show you today a little bit what it looks like inside a Wix website. So today I have opened my husband's gelato business, Matisano's. I do his website for him, and it has gone through several several iterations. And I'm certainly probably going to leave the option open that I'll continue to change it, which is the point of having your own website and having control over your own website is that you can change as you learn, you can change as your business changes. It's very easy to change, it's very easy to update, and that's one of the greatest reasons to be able to control your own website. So I'm just going to give you a quick walk around on what I have here and what I have set up for Matt's business, the Matisanos, and just to show you a couple of the features so you get a good idea of how everything comes together. So the first thing is that this is my home page. You can see the pages listings. Pages are listed up here. You can see these are all different pages, and then, for instance, this is a page. These are also individual pages, but as they are listed in the menu, these are subcategories. So if you're ever wondering how you do a menu that has subcategories within one category, it's a great way to keep everything organized at the top menu and not make everybody overwhelmed and confused. So the goal of the homepage is to be as simple as possible and to give the most direct information you can to your visitors. So the top part here is called a header, and this ideally is the same across every single page that you have on your website. You can add items to the header. I added a logo here, and also I believe this logo opens and always takes us home. So that's probably too much information for now. I'm going to back off. Okay, here we're in the header here. This is a menu, and each one of these you can click on, as I showed you in my home pages over here. That will take you to a different page or a different area of the website. This is the main section of your website. I happen to use what's called a strip, and I'll show you that in a second. But you can change your header design here. It's asking me if I want to do it, but I'm going to click into here. This is a strip. You can choose to do a different background. This is an image strip. So I imported the image of the gelato here. I imported the image of the logo here. You can see that you can change the size of it if you'd like. And these are all text boxes that I just dragged over, typed in, chose the font, and set them on top of that. Then, as you can see, a lot of websites now, I'm just going to spend a few seconds because I started out as a print graphic designer, so it was very difficult for me especially, but I think you might understand what I'm talking about, to switch over from the mentality that your website needs to look sort of like a newsletter or a magazine layout would. And with all kinds of features. You might have a sidebar, and that has all kinds of pictures and photos in it, and you've got maybe your blog coming down the middle and some images and more stuff going on down below. I am starting to really appreciate the simplest format for a website these days is just to offer basic navigational information, the most simple and enticing imagery, logo, and text that you can offer. And then if you want to add additional features or, for instance, different pages, just to do them as an introduction. So I pulled in another strip. This was actually a strip that was designed with a half and half. With Wix, you can change that to any specialty, any special look that you want. Let me move this little box over here so you can see. They're showing you actually these dotted lines here are like guidelines to let you know that some websites might not be able to see all the way to that very edge. So it's probably not a great idea that I rolled this over to the edge, but I did it anyway because I'm a rebel. Anyway, so I imported our own images here. We needed to speak both to restaurant chefs So we did the restaurant chef here, a short little intro about that, and a call to action so they can learn more. That would take a visitor directly to our restaurant partners page to talk about how we can help restaurants, or how Matasanas can help restaurants sell gelato. And then we've got a section for foodies because we also sell pints in grocery stores. So I did the foodie section here, plus a link to where to find the pints, and then just a little description of the product, more simplified. And then there's what's called a footer. And again, this is the same on all pages. So this is basic information that might be navigational. This is where we put our social bar, where all of our social media links are. You could do an address or a contact, whatever you think is important to have on every single page, you would want to put down in this footer. So that is the basic layout of how a WIX desktop website might look like. Again, there are going to be a million different options, but this is a nice simplified version. I also wanted to show you this link right here. This websites more and more are being viewed on tablets and smartphones, and you absolutely must have your website readable and compatible with cell phones or smartphones. I don't know, do we call them cell phones anymore? I don't know. So let's take a look at this. So here you can choose whether we're going to do the desktop view, or let's look at the mobile view. This is what the website looks like on someone's mobile phone. Here's the menu. It's condensed down to this. So I could move that anywhere I wanted. It's showing the imagery. It's showing this. You know, it doesn't look super great because my image isn't. Let me see if I can even change that. I could probably move that down. No, I can't. It's coming all together. Anyway, then we've got the next section for our restaurant chefs, but you can see all the copy has converted over. And we've got the foodie section. Again, so you scroll down the exact same way you did on the desktop, but it's condensed in a format that works, that is optimized for tablets and iPhones and smartphones. So that's a great feature in WIX, that you can change and edit both. And by the way, if we were editing something in this mobile view, it does not affect the desktop view. So these are actually seen as two individual options. So that is the general front page of how this all works. You're going to find and edit your pages here, so you can select on any of your pages to go to them and do your editing there. So this is the blog page. It just shows general blogging. That's where you're going to add blogs. I also wanted to show you, again, very briefly, the features that WIX offers for your editing of your website. Here we've got changing the background. You can change the color. You can add an image. You could add even a video. They have oodles and oodles of default imagery for you that you could choose if you didn't want to put your own image in there, or you just do a plain background. Close this up. We've got, this is I love. This is what won me over when I was designing websites and looking for a company that would work for me. These are different sections, features that you can add. So if you wanted to add text, you can go through here and choose, even, you can change these fonts later, but it's kind of nice to scroll through and see how they look. You could add text. You could add images, and they're showing you can add free images, you can add clip art, you can add stock images, you could do your own uploads, which is generally what I do. You can add galleries, showing you all different ways you can include a multitude of pictures. So if that's something you want on your website, on the front page or anywhere else. You could do slideshows. If you like the look of moving slides, you can time them exactly how you want them. You can make them a slow slideshow or a fast slideshow. Let's see, come on. Here are the buttons. Lots of options on buttons. They're going to give you themed options, which you can also change to your own theme. You can adjust them, and then you basically save them as your own. Again, changing the fonts, colors, styles. here we have boxes, strips, and the strips were what I used in Madisano's, so this is kind of nice. Parallax is will move. It's like if you scroll down the page, it will move with you. That's a neat current and modern feature they've got going on. But I think their layouts are beautiful, and you could start there, and I often recommend that we do. That you start with something that already looks good. They have excellent designers. They know what the heck they're doing. Don't reinvent that wheel, especially if you're not a graphic designer, although as a graphic designer in my history, I even like using them. I don't know what I'm doing anymore in this world, I feel like. You can add lines, you can add shapes, you can add arrows, you can add icons. How fantastic is that? All of this is included with your design. Banners and badges, decorative shapes. Oh, I love this. Look at all that. Okay, so you can add shapes. I haven't even looked at that recently. You could add your own video or their videos. Again, you're just going to upload it. They're going to give you an option to support your YouTube or your Vimeo uploads so that they look like they're playing on your website, but actually they're being played on Vimeo. You can include music. So this is nice, especially if you are a musician. You can include your music there. Or if you're a podcaster, this is great. You got your mini players. Oh my God, so many choices. Okay, social, here we are. You can do social bars. You remember our social bar. I had chosen this version. And you connect and link directly to your social media accounts. We've got contact. We've got maps. We've got the ability to get subscribers. You can link that straight to your email subscriber service like MailChimp or Constant Contact. You can add menus. Here's my menu. Here are the other options. Fantastic. All that you can make it look like tabs. Again, you can change colors as well. You can change the fonts inside. You could add lists. I find this very helpful if you're listing products or if you're listing events or if you are listing classes or the next craft shows you're going to, testimonials, products and services. These you can move around, like once you open one up, you can move them around, you can change the photo, you can change what is represented in it, like you don't have to have a date here, you could take that off. Really, really, really flexible. Add a light box. I don't even know what that is. I'm going to explore that later. Add a blog. Very important feature of your website is to have a blog and to frequently update it. The frequency is up to you, but you definitely want, as a part of your SEO, to include a blog. So here are some other features you can use. You can do a custom feed. Fantastic. All you're really going to do is select this and drag it into your website layout design. It's that easy. You can create an online store, which I know a lot of you are interested in doing. And the more is HTML. You can embed custom HTML features if you've got those, if you've got a web designer who can make something special for you, or I'll talk more about this later. Oh, that's interesting. Anchor menus. Cool. Document buttons. This is if you want to give people documents that they can download. Forums, site search, Wix events. These are other apps that you can include. Look, they've even got one for the weather. So let's close that down. Those are all the features, and just even some of them. Honestly, I'm going to show you the next section, but those are what are included with your Wix design software, so to speak. The app market is where you're going to find more specialized features. So if you wanted to add a live chat, you can add a chat. A lot of these will start with free versions, but if you want to bump it up, you can do paid versions. They're still very reasonable. They might be $3 a month or something like that. So this is going to show you different ways for people to add tools, add bookings, marketing tools, events, design tools, hotel and travel. So analytics, oh my God. So let's pick one. Let's look at these must-have apps. Here we go. Forums. These are all Wix designed, so they're designed to suit Wix, but anything in here is going to be approved from them. You can include an Instagram feed. If you wanted people to keep up with your Instagram account and see what you're posting, you can connect that. It's just as an interesting visual for your website. We've got bookings, we've got social media streams, we have online stores, form builders, pop-ups for people who want to pop up, maybe encouraging people to buy or sign up. So fantastic stuff. Impressive slideshow, I don't know what that is. Simple Google Maps, that might be great if you want to include a map to where your location is or where your events are. Those are all called apps. They can be added to your website just as easily as the web features are. You can upload your own files. So this is the way for you to see, have you uploaded fonts, your images, your videos. That way you can find your documents very quickly. Here is the blog pages. I don't know what this is. It's not telling me. And then you can take bookings on your website, which is another great feature. So basic overview, people. Here we are. I'll go back to the home page. You can see, you can add features, you can change them. I'm going to move this around. I'm going to show you how I can edit that text. These are the theme titles. This is the font. So what I really love about Wix is that you can change your own fonts. You can change the font size, the font, I forget what those are called, italics. You can underline, change the color, change the effects of it. I added a little shadow to this so that you can see it better on that image. You can change the spacing. I just like it because you can do it right here. You don't have to do it in another place that you have to find. It's not locked in the template. The template is yours to control and yours to design and yours to change as freely as you would like to do. So quick overview of Wix, just to let you know what you're getting yourselves into. And I will see you soon in the next tutorial video.